All right, Combat Convo, you know what it is. We back. Like, share, subscribe to the page. Hit the thumbs up button if you like the content. Make sure you hit that notification bell too. Also, check out our other channels. You know what I'm saying? From the Sketchpad podcast down to Torture Talk, down to all the other podcasts that we got going on. So, Israel Adesanya decided to jump in the ring and speak his feelings on his next opponent. So we're going to watch that, and we'll be right back.
Mm-hmm. Chill. That's right. We're fine. Relax. This is my African brother right here. Let's go. What's up? Let's go. Yeah. What's up? Get you gonna do? Yeah, my African brother. What's up?
I'm African, but I ain't no brother of yours, son.
Let's go. You my for real. I'll show you.
So what are you saying to everybody in New Zealand? What are you saying?
Joe, I'll tell you one thing. Yo, I don't need a DNA test. I don't need a 36andMe to know where I'm from. You don't even, if I do a 26andMe, they'll say I'm from Nigeria. Do a 26andMe DNA test. It'll tell you where you're from. I will show you where you're from.
When this is all over, man, for real,
Yeah.
that was hilarious, man. That was hilarious. I'm sorry. That was funny.
I'm gonna put the clip of Dana White in there too. So
Okay.
we're gonna play that clip, and then I'm gonna put the clip of Dana White. I'll put the clip what he said. You seen what Dana White said?
Nah, I didn't see that. I didn't see the part with Dana White. No.
All right. So we'll just continue on, and then you'll see. Anyway, man. So what's your thoughts on that, man?
Listen. Honestly, it might have some people mad at me. I don't see what he did that was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
First off, right, I'm gonna tell you why I don't see what he did was wrong. Now, for me, I probably wouldn't have used the N-word. I can say that. I wouldn't have used the N-word. But I understand why he did that. If you guys have been following the story, my man's been indirectly throwing shots at Izzy for a minute. And Izzy has been quiet. He had not responded, not one time. And if you guys follow Izzy's channel called The Style Bender, if you follow his channel, because I do, follow his channel, he spoke on a lot of things that was said by Dupriest to him, you know what I'm saying, calling him out, stating indirectly. See, Dupriest knows what he's doing. He's baiting Izzy. But Izzy also knows what he's doing too. He's technically taking the bait and blowing it back in his face like, yo, I know what you're doing, bro. I know what you're doing. You want to fight me, you know what I'm saying? And I don't have no problem fighting you, but you ain't have to go this route. All you had to say was you want to knuckle up. I see what you do over here, and then we fight. If I like what I see, we fight. That's all it was. But instead of Dupriest doing that, he knows that Izzy sometimes can be a hothead. So what he do, I'm going to attack his culture. I'm going to attack his heritage. I'm going to go do all the things, follow all his footsteps, do all the things that he was claiming he was doing, but I feel he wasn't. The whole situation with him training in Nigeria, but he trains in New Zealand. The whole situation with him when he used to fight in China and him calling himself a Chinaman. Look, it's all for TV. Izzy's an entertaining fighter. That's what he do. He sells his product. You might not like how he sells his product, but he sells his product. That's what he do. So if he's going in there and doing all those things and Dana don't have a problem with it, then I don't feel like everybody else should be attacking Izzy if Dana don't have it's Dana's company. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I wouldn't have used the N-word. But everything that Izzy's doing, I don't see much issues with it. He's been like this for a minute. He's been like this for a while. Why all of a sudden now, when he gets in the ring with this guy, all of a sudden it's a bad thing? Y'all was laughing at it before. Y'all thought it was hilarious before. Why don't y'all think it's hilarious now? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's my whole point. Like, stop being turncoats. You know what I mean? You either gonna ride with him or you not. You know what I mean? I'll be the first to say if he was wrong. But I don't see what he did in this fight. He's selling the fight. He's selling it. He's doing the exact same thing Dupriest was doing, but he's doing it more in a direct way. Dupriest was just simply throwing mega shots at him. You know what I mean? Without calling him out of his. So that's it for me.
All right, so I found a Dana White clip.
So we did it.
You know, I know you say, hey, this is the fight business. People say nasty things, right? But the tension between those two and kind of the racial undertones and all those things, how do you...
What were the racial undertones?
Drigga says he's the real African fighter, and so, you know, Israel dropped some N-words in there tonight.
So what was the racial? Who did? Who dropped the racial?
Israel was saying over and over, yeah. Dropped
He's black.
50 N-bombs in
Okay,
there.
he's black. Who gives a shit?
I was going to say, so you don't have any concern about the way the build-up, the tension between those two?
I could care less. This is the fight business. Israel outside, you can say whatever he wants to say. Who gives a shit? Why are people bitching about that?
Some people.
Of course they are. Oh, fucking A. All right, got it. Yeah. Too fucking bad.
All right.
Yeah.
My sentiments exactly, Dana. I think at this point we need to get past all this goofy shit. I'm sorry. It has to be said. Because at this point, people just looking for sound bites. And that's why I like Dana White so much. Because he don't play. He tells you exactly what it is, and that's what it is. He don't have no time for no games. He don't play. That reporter should have known not to ask him a question like that. Because it's stupid. It's stupid. It's like, you ain't concerned about the racial undertones? What are you talking about? What's gonna happen? They're gonna fight. They're already gonna fight. What's gonna happen? They're gonna fight harder now? Like, this is what I mean by these reporters, right? They can't just do normal journalism. They have to have some type of garbage with them. You know what I'm saying? It's like asking him, is he concerned about the racial undertones of the fight? Both of these guys are from Africa.
Yeah.
So what are you saying? And this is the reason why Izzy was saying what he was saying to him. Because he's saying, okay, well, you my brother then. You know what I'm saying? I know why he was saying that. He was being sarcastic.
Me too.
Yeah. So when these reporters know exactly what he was doing. But what they do is they try to catch people off guard so they can write it up in their articles and put it on loop. So they could get people saying, oh, see, Dana White doesn't care about black people. Oh man. Is he okay to say that word? Because he's not from America. He's not an American black guy. It's like, what? Like, what? What's going on here? Like, I think at this point, I'm going to say this, man. I think at this point, it doesn't matter who says it, man. I don't care. Because it doesn't bother me. I don't care. I don't care if you say the hard ER or you say the A. I don't care. Because it's not a big deal no more. It's not a big deal. If you're still holding on to that word, there's something wrong with you mentally. Like, because how many times have you ever said that to your friends? So you're telling me that you could say it to your friends, but if somebody else says it, it's a big deal. Like, come on, man. I'm not trying to hear that. I ain't
See,
trying to hear it.
the thing is, the reason why he used the N word, right? The reason why he said it is exactly from what, if you've been following the story, from what had transpired months and months ago. You know what I mean? Dupriest was indirectly calling him out of his name. You know what I mean? The indirect remarks, the saying he's not African, he's saying he's this and saying he's that. You know what I mean? Dupriest already set those boundaries. So Izzy was like, "Oh, okay, well, if you could do it, I'm gonna do it too, but I'm gonna be more direct with it." And that's exactly what happened. Like, he was just direct with it. Dupriest was kind of playing the tippy toe thing, and you know what I mean, just so, yeah, I'm a professional. How professional are you if you're using a man's culture to get a fight? Like, how professional is that? I don't understand. Like, you're calling him not professional, but you're using the man's culture, his heritage, to get a fight with him. When all you really had to do was just win a fight or two to put yourself in the rankings. You beat the number 2 guy, and then you get the fight. Simple as that. Even if Izzy didn't want the fight, you still get the fight because it says that guy was number 2. You just beat the number 2 guy. So simple as that. So, man, man, it's just this world today, man. It's just, I don't know, man. They just bugging out, man.
People are starving for news articles, and they look for anything to make clips out of. That's why I said social media is a gift and a curse, because normally stuff wouldn't be a big deal. Nobody wouldn't really care about a lot of this stuff. But now, since social media has become so prevalent in our lives, I think that people cause see, boy, people wouldn't have cared before about Izzy saying that. But the reporter had to say it. He had to say it because someone in his ear, who he works for, whether it's ESPN or somebody, telling him, because everything has to be, because it's all, I'll put it to you like this, and this is just facts. When it comes to the UFC, Dana White runs with Trump. Let's just put that out there. He has Trump at at the shows. He walked out with Trump during this fight. Whenever ESPN comes around, whoever, they have to make it racial, because ESPN is owned by Disney. Disney is a woke company, and I don't want to get too political, but still, this is what happens. So these people have to feed their base, and their base is anything that has to do with race. They have to. So now what's going to happen is they're going to make it out that Dana White doesn't care about black people somehow. They're going to twist that. Even it's not going to work. It's not going to work. It's going to fail, but they're going to say that because they have to feed their base. So they're going to say, see, this is why UFC isn't good, because Dana White doesn't care about racial slurs being slinged around. But they ain't going to tell you who said the racial slur. They're just going to say it was some racial slurs slung around. And now you look at it from the point of view, like, if you are part of their base, like, that's crazy. He didn't care that people said the N-word. You know what I'm saying? Not knowing that the N-word came from a black guy. You know what I'm saying? So this is what we dealing with. You know what I'm saying? It's always when just got to look into certain things, and it's always a rabbit hole somewhere. You know what I'm saying? There's always some type of rabbit hole that goes down and down and down, and it leads back to their base. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the bottom line. But hey, man, shout out to Israel Adesanya, man. You know what I mean? Can't wait till that fight happens. You know what I mean?
Izzy.
Shout out to him, man. I predict him knocking him out in the first round. So
I predicted too. Look, Dupriest, you're a great fighter, man. But Izzy, when Izzy is motivated, we done seen what he did when he's not motivated and still win fights. When he's motivated, he damn near massacres people.
Mm-hmm.
You did Dupriest not see what he did to Paul Lacosta? I don't know if he's seen that. He
Yeah.
destroyed Lacosta in convincing fashion, and Lacosta at that time was a monster, and he put him. Now look where Lacosta's at.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, look, it wasn't smart, man. But we gonna see, man. We gonna see. It's gonna be a great fight, man. It's gonna be a great fight. Yeah.
Hey, man. Shout out to them.
Yeah.